This report will investigate Thomas Memorial Library, where the author is currently employed, and how its technology has been able to meet the needs of its patrons. Thomas Memorial Library is in Cape Elizabeth, Maine, an affluent suburb of Portland. Cape Elizabeth had a 2010 population of 9,015 and a median household income of $98,145. Cape Elizabeth is a popular tourist destination with attractions such as Portland Headlight. Thomas Memorial Library has been under construction since January 2015 after citizens passed a budget referendum to renovate the library. An addition is being built against an older part of the library while that part is being restored. Currently, the library occupies about half the space it did pre-construction in the schoolhouse that held the children's department and community room. Approximately half the print collection is in storage, as well as half the computers and other equipment. Construction is on schedule to be completed this coming winter, at which point the library will move into the new space. The objective of this presentation is to see if Thomas Memorial Library has been able to meet the technological needs of its patrons while under construction. In the adult room, there are 4 computers available for patrons to use, 2 Apple computers and 2 Windows computers. There is also a catalog computer available for patron use. None of the computers require a login or for patrons to have a library card. Any user simply puts their initials on a sign-in sheet at the adult reference desk. The no login policy is beneficial for visitors from out of town. They can run in to print off boarding passes or look up directions to one of the tourist attractions in the area. Computers 1 and 3 are iMac 12.1 all-in-one machines running OS X 10.6.8. They have a 21.5-inch monitor and were purchased by the library in 2011. Browsers available on these computers are Safari, Firefox, and Chrome. These computers have Microsoft Office 2011 installed with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint available for patron use. They also have Skype, as well as standard Apple software like iTunes and iPhoto installed. Computers 2 and 4 are Lenovo ThinkCentre A70Z all-in-one machines running Windows 7 Professional. They each have a 19-inch monitor. They were purchased by the library in 2010. Browsers on these computers are Chrome and Firefox. Installed on these is Microsoft Office 2010 with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint available. The catalog computer available for patrons to use is an iMac 5.1 running OS X 10.6.8, purchased by the library in 2006. This is the oldest computer that the library owns. Permissions for this computer are set so that it will only let users go to either the catalog website or the main IRS website in order to print off income tax forms. The children's room has 2 identical computers available, 2 iMac 21.5-inch all-in-one machines. They both run OS X 10.8.3 and were manufactured in early 2013. Browsers available are Safari, Chrome, and Firefox, and both computers have Microsoft Office 2011 with Word, Excel, and PowerPoint available for patrons to use. In the adult room, there is 1 printer and copier available. It is set to print only black and white and can print 3 paper sizes, 8.5 by 11 inch, 8.5 by 14 inch, and 11 by 17 inch. It costs 15 cents to print a single-sided copy and 25 cents double-sided, regardless of paper size. Patrons pay at the reference desk once they're done printing. There is no fax or scanning available at the library. Patrons are referred to a grocery store down the street to fax and to a UPS store in the next town over to scan. There is also a printer and copier available in the children's room. It can print black and white, 8.5 by 11 inch paper. Prices are the same as the adult copier, and patrons can pay for their printing at the children's reference desk once they are done. Wi-Fi is available for patron use throughout the building and grounds. The public computers are automatically connected to the internet. A patron just has to open up a browser window. If a patron wants to connect to the internet from a laptop or other mobile device, they can connect to the Thomas Memorial Library Guest Network, and there is no login necessary in order to use the Wi-Fi. There is no set time limit on the computers, but patrons will be asked to limit their session to a half hour if someone is waiting to use a computer. The computers are regularly all in use, but there does seem to be a quick turnover. Regular patrons come in frequently to check their email, use online banking, update their social media accounts, and print documents. The children's computers are hardly used. While observing the children's room, the only person to use a computer was a parent looking up a book. Reference librarians are able to help patrons with basic computer and printer issues. Any patron with greater needs that a librarian might not be able to assist can book an appointment for an hour-long session with the technology specialist, a part-time staff who focuses on the library's technology. Appointments can be booked online through the library's website. Patrons can make the appointments themselves, or they can ask a librarian to make the appointment for them. The library's catalog can be found online at minerva.maine.edu. Thomas Memorial Library is a member of the Minerva Consortium, which is made up of over 60 libraries throughout the state of Maine. Member libraries share a catalog and make interlibrary loans easy for patrons through a courier delivery service. Patrons also have access to the MaineCat catalog. MaineCat's catalog is made up of the Minerva libraries, large public libraries outside the consortium, the University of Maine system libraries, and the private universities in the state. The interface for both catalogs is Webpack Pro by Innovative Interfaces. Basic Search lets patrons search for an item by keyword, title, or author. With Minerva, the default search is a keyword search, which is preferred by many users. When doing an advanced search, patrons can use wildcards, Boolean operators, and limiters such as material type. From the Minerva catalog, patrons can also access their accounts, view what items they have checked out, place holds, and renew items. One online service available to Thomas Memorial Library patrons is Marvel, Maine's virtual library. Marvel is a database of research databases available through Maine InfoNet. Marvel offers many databases for patron use, including Academic Search Complete, Ancestry Library Edition, Britannica, ERIC, Medline, Novelist Plus, and more. Patrons can access all the databases from home, with the exception of Ancestry, which can only be used at the library. No login is necessary while at the library, and patrons can log in with their library card from home. The library's website, thomasmemoriallibrary.org, was recently redesigned in July 2015. The website easily lets patrons access library information such as hours, location, and directions, program descriptions and events calendar, social media links, staff directory and contact information, and frequently asked questions. The website is well designed with features such as a contrasted theme of dark green or black text on white background that is easy to read, a consistent and functioning navigation structure using a series of mouse-over links with sidebars, and a search function to let patrons search for library information. There are two online services the library subscribes to. Overdrive can be accessed through the library's website. It is available through the Maine InfoNet download library. With it, Patrons can download ebooks and audiobooks to their own devices, including Kindle, iPad, and more. Another service the library provides for its patrons is transparent language, where patrons can create their own account to learn over 80 languages, including Arabic, Chinese, Spanish, and English as a second language. Overall, Thomas Memorial Library has been able to meet the technological needs of its patrons while under construction. If anything, library services have been underutilized, with patron use in general having decreased while the library has been in its temporary space. Construction on the library is on schedule to be completed this coming winter. When the library opens, there will be 24 total public access computers. There will be 1 in the young adult room, 3 in the children's room, 8 in the adult room, 4 Apple computers and 4 Windows computers, and a mobile computer lab made up of 6 Apple laptops and 6 Windows laptops. Included in the plans for the new library is a digital media lab, which Goodman defines as a gathering of equipment that allows original digital content to be created or analog content to be converted to digital formats. The Digital Media Lab at TML will have a Mac Pro laptop, microphone, speakers, and a digital video camera, and will assist patrons in creating digital materials with librarians on hand to help if needed. On the wish list for the new library is a set of 6 iPads for use in the children's room to promote literacy with apps, digital books, and more. Thomas Memorial Library will continue to serve its patrons after construction is completed, with even more digital literacy tools than before.